Welcome to Tube Movie. Today I will show you a drama, romance film from 2014 titled X plus Y. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. While Nathan is walking, he narrates that he finds conversations with people about non-mathematical topics very difficult. He is afraid to express his thoughts and thinks he is different from other people. A doctor tries to play with 9-year-old Nathan, but he is disinterested. Nathan likes patterns rather than games. The doctor informs Nathan's family that he has autism. Nathan's father gives him a pep talk about loving him even though he is different from others. In doing so, he does not notice a van coming towards them, which runs them over and overturns their car. Nathan's mother, Julie, runs towards them, but only Nathan opens his eyes after the accident. Nathan and Julie come to his father's funeral. After his father's death, Nathan is traumatized and even more introverted, refusing to hold his mother's hand and running away from her. While Nathan is solving equations in his notebook, Julie enters his room and asks him what he is doing. She would like to help him, but he says she cannot because she's not smart enough. Realizing that she cannot help Nathan develop his mathematical mind, Julie takes Nathan out of elementary school and enrolls him in the local high school, where he befriends the math teacher, Mr. Humphreys, who also recognizes Nathan's aptitude. As a result, the principal offers Nathan special advanced tutoring by Humphreys. While Nathan and his math teacher are sitting in the hallway, Nathan asks why he cannot walk properly. He has multiple sclerosis and bluntly asks Nathan why he is so weird. Nathan claims he has special powers. That's what his father told him. They begin with probabilities as the first lesson. Nathan asks what the Math Olympiad is like, but Humphreys tells him to focus on the assignment. And Nathan quickly realizes that the equation is a coin toss. When Nathan comes home, he reads a book about the International Mathematics Olympiad, and learns that it is very prestigious for high school students. Thoughts of the Olympiad run constantly through Nathan's mind. Julie toasts bread for Nathan. She cuts the pieces of bread into triangles and puts them on Nathan's plate, then she invites him to breakfast. In this way, she supports him in any way she can. Years pass and Nathan is now 15. Julie sends him to the exam and says it's okay if he does not get on the team, but getting on the UK Olympiad team is everything to him. Humphreys gives Nathan the questionnaire. He tells him that he is a genius and it shouldn't be a problem. Nathan then begins to solve the questions. With a few hiccups down the line, the results will be announced in a week. The teacher tells Nathan not to worry. Even if he does not make the team, he will achieve amazing things in the future. Julie orders food for her son. She desperately tries to explain that she needs 7 shrimp balls for her son. They must be a prime number, but the cashier doesn't take her seriously. When Nathan sees that the shrimp balls are mixed with fries, he gets upset with her and tells her that everything she's doing is wrong. This causes her to snap at Nathan, which causes him to shut down. Back in the past, Nathan and his father are having dinner. His father tells him he's fine the way he is. He loves him unconditionally. They even had their inside joke with ketchup. Nathan's father was his role model. Presently, Humphreys comes to Nathan with the news. Humphreys reads the letter aloud and tells him that Nathan has been selected for the UK math team and that the Olympiad will be held in Taiwan. Julie and Humphreys are happy about the news. Nathan is too, but he does not express it. Humphreys confesses to Julie that he has been fired from the school, but he would still like to continue teaching her son. Nathan spies on them from his room and accidentally drops his telescope, which prompts Humphreys to leave. Worried about what Nathan might think of this, his mother tries to explain herself to him. She says she is lonely and it is nice to have someone to talk to. She copes with her situation in their old wreck of a car. Back in the past, Nathan's father and he play with Bengal lights and write prime numbers in the air. Meanwhile, Julie calls Nathan to change his fish's water. She's jealous of how well they get along. Nathan gets distracted looking at the fish and floods the floor. Julie tries to stop the water but slips so Nathan runs away and she cries because her son is so cold to her. Same as in the present. Humphreys gives Nathan a set of compasses. They accompany him to the airport and on their way there Nathan learns Chinese. At the station, Nathan is introduced to his guardian on this trip, Richard, and after their goodbyes, he is introduced to his team. Nathan gets acquainted with Isaac, definitely the arrogant type, and other talkative members. Later, Nathan and 15 other teens head off to math camp, although there are 16 of them on the bus. Only 6 are selected for the Math Olympiad. Richard encourages everyone to do their best by giving a motivational speech and to win against the Chinese students who have dominated the Math Olympiad in recent years. On the flight to Taiwan, a girl talks to Nathan. She briefly tells him that he's not the weird one here, nor is he the best mathematician. He's just average, which resonates well with him. The teens arrive at math camp, where they will stay for 2 weeks. The Taiwanese youths are in the lower ranks, so the main competition for the UK team is the Chinese youths. They enter the Chinese classroom. Richard is well acquainted with their guardian. The guardians decide to pair up UK and Chinese students together so that they can learn from each other. Nathan is paired with a girl named Zhang. Because of his disability, he is very uncomfortable introducing himself. In the evening, the UK team and the Chinese team come to have dinner together. Zhang shows him how to use chopsticks. Later, they walk back to camp together and are awkward with each other until Zhang finally breaks the ice and asks him if he is okay. He answers her in Chinese and she is amazed that he taught himself from a book. Arriving at their room, which Nathan will share with Luke, another disabled boy, both are unhappy about the asymmetrical window in their room. After Nathan unpacks his bags, his mother calls, but he chooses to ignore her. Instead, he calls Humphreys and says that everyone is smarter than him. Humphreys tells him that it's only 14 days. And 14 is a positive integer, so think positive. Humphreys calms Nathan down by asking him math questions, until Luke returns. The two do not exchange many words. Richard asks Nathan a question during the lesson, but Nathan does not answer. Later, Richard stresses to Nathan that he is overcomplicating his answers and needs to step up if he is to represent the UK in the Maths Olympiad. Julie invites Humphreys to her house to tutor her in math and to also suppress her loneliness. She thinks if she knew math, Nathan would change his mind about her and he would actually start talking to her. Nathan sees the girl from the plane playing the piano. She teaches him simple harmonies and mentions that music is like math. Although Nathan has never played the piano, he plays the melody perfectly. Nathan and Zhang are walking in the park. Nathan admits that he hates change but that he likes this place because of the Chinese approach to maths. Also, at the park, Nathan opens the food box to eat, but there are 8 shrimp balls in the box, emphasizing it's not a prime number. Zhang eats 1 shrimp ball, solving his problem with ease. Richard asks a question about a pattern of playing cards and asks Nathan to come to the board. Zhang encourages him and he finally musters up the courage. Nathan explains the question correctly and everyone applauds him. He finally steps out of his comfort zone and grows on a personal level. Humphreys attends a meeting to share his problems. He likes Julie and wants to be with her, but he is afraid that his health will deteriorate due to his multiple sclerosis and he will not be able to make her happy, but just further increase her burden. After math camp, Zhang shows Nathan the game she used to play when she was little. They share a small treat together and Nathan expresses his concern about the exam for the Olympiad, but Zhang tells him not to worry. They will both pass and during her cultural exchange she will stay with Nathan. Zhang compares Nathan to a turtle. He is always in his shell. They both take a liking to each other. Exam day arrives and both the UK and Chinese teams take the exam in the same room. The 6 people with the highest scores from each country are selected to compete in the Olympiad. Nathan is stressed as the exam begins. All the noises distract him from focusing on the questions. After the exam, Zhang approaches Nathan and he admits that he did poorly. Richard announces the 5 students with the highest scores. The last spot was between Nathan and Luke, with Nathan coming on top by 1 point. The 6 people who qualify for the Cambridge Maths Olympiad will host the Chinese members at their home. It's time for the UK team to leave Taiwan. Richard tells Nathan that his work is of rare beauty, but Nathan's unpredictability and inconsistency worry him. All Nathan has to do to win a gold medal is stay focused. The UK and Chinese teams arrive in England. Julie and Humphreys welcome Zhang and Nathan. The adults had set up his toy train for Nathan to surprise him, but this upsets him. Nathan runs away and his mother calms him down from the other side of the door. Julie inquires about Zhang and finds that Nathan likes her, but he does not quite understand what that means. She says he probably likes Zhang like he likes math. Nathan lets Zhang have his bed and the two stay in the same room. Zhang learns that Nathan's father died in an accident and she is sorry because it is painful to lose someone you love. To better understand what Jong means, he looks up the equation of love. Julie, Nathan, and Jong arrive at Cambridge University, where Nathan and Jong will compete in the Cambridge International Mathematical Olympiad. Despite Nathan's reservations, Jong holds Nathan's hand and they climb the stairs to the dorms. Richard shows the kids around and tells them that this is the most prestigious place in the world to study math, and asks his team not to let him down. The 59th International Mathematical Olympiad begins and the teams from around the world introduce themselves. After the round of introductions, Jong can not sleep, so she comes to Nathan's room and he awkwardly invites her to join him. Jong suddenly tries to kiss Nathan, but Nathan pulls away. A few seconds later, they kiss. This kiss is childish and innocent, but sweet. In the morning, Jong's guardian, who is also her uncle, enters the room and sees the two sleeping together. This makes him angry and he asks her if they are in a relationship. He scolds her for being busy with boys instead of studying. She lashes out at him and storms off. Jong doesn't want to stay at Cambridge because people do not think she deserves to be here. Nathan advises her to stay until the end of the competition. Jong admits that she likes Nathan, but she decides to leave anyway. The day of the math test arrives. While Nathan is on his way to the Olympiad, the girl from the plane comes up to him and apologizes. She told Jong's uncle about him and Jong is responsible for the mess. The maths exam is about to start and everyone seems nervous. Humphreys is one of the examiners and says he can give Nathan the answers to some questions. That's cheating, but he was obviously just joking. Richard announces that they may begin the exam. They have 4.5 hours. As Nathan begins to read the question, the sound of a pencil being sharpened or a tap on the table distracts him. Even most emotional memories flash before him. Memories of his father, of the accident, and all the fond memories of Jong. All the emotions overwhelm Nathan. He storms out of the exam room. Humphreys locks the door behind him and prevents Richard from reaching Nathan. Humphreys apologizes to Julie for not stopping Nathan, but he believes he had something more important to do. Julie says it's fine. She kisses Humphreys and runs after Nathan. She finds him sitting in a cafe. He tells her that Jong confessed to him that she likes him. Nathan cannot make sense of his feelings for Jong, but he knows his brain works differently. And his body feels warm when he's with her. Julie explains to him what love is so her son can better understand the concept of his feelings. Nathan talks about his father for the first time and says it hurts. Julie sticks fries up her nose just like Nathan's father did. This makes him emotional and she is glad Nathan is finally opening up to her. Nathan and Julie get in the car to catch up with Jong, but this time Nathan sits in the front seat for the first time after his father's death, slowly getting over his trauma. Because Nathan sits in the front seat for the first time since his father's death, Nathan takes his mother's hand and they set off together. Nathan never loved anything more than math, but Jong made him change. The end. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this.